Okay, hi everybody. Now I'm gonna go into week 2 of Baby and Me, me, Stephanie, and Baby Jameson. So first I will talk a little bit about the baby. So for his second week of life, we went to the doctor. Um, and they weighed him, and I had managed to get him back to his birth weight, or a little over his birth weight of 6 pounds 12 ounces. They were really, really happy with that, and that was all from breastfeeding, pretty much. We did formula here and there, but it was all from breastfeeding. So he regained his birth weight in week 2. He was eating like pretty much every hour or two. So, meaning that he would eat for, let's say he started eating at 1, he would be off and on for probably about 30 or 40 minutes and then take a break, and then not much longer after that would he want to eat again. So sometimes it really felt like I was feeding him constantly, almost every hour. I felt like I was in a Girls Gone Wild video. My shirt was up all the time. But that's how you get them back to the birth weight and gaining weight. They know how much they need to eat, and it's just called feeding on demand, and that's what I did, and so far it seems to be working out really well. He wasn't really developing any real patterns. Like, I couldn't tell you like that he goes to sleep at this time and then wakes up at this time. It just doesn't didn't happen like that for me. He's sleeping a lot, pooping, peeing, crying. That's pretty much it, week 2. So that's with the baby. Then coming over to me, week 2 is extremely, extremely hard for me. I went through probably somewhat of the baby blues. I went through a huge reality shock. I felt completely overwhelmed. Week 2, my husband went back to work. The family wasn't around as much. I still had tons of support, but it was the first few days that I was here by myself with the baby. I just kind of had feelings like, oh my gosh, what have I gotten myself into? And I would go online and read, and found out that that's just completely normal. I mean, your whole life has changed, and now you're dealing with something, you're raising a human being, and if you've never done that before, it's totally scary and overwhelming. So I was going through all that. I was extremely emotional. Your hormones are crazy. They don't tell you this, or nobody ever really told me, but you can suffer from labor pains and contractions way after you have the baby. So I was still in a lot of pain, and I was recovering from a C-section. I had stopped pretty much taking my painkillers because I was trying to wean myself off of being loopy and high all the time. So week 2 for me was really hard, and it might be really hard for you too. There will be, I think, a time, maybe it's week 1 or week 3 or whatever, when things kind of just come crashing down, and it's like, holy cow, what you're going through is a life-changing event. So on top of all that emotional stuff, I was still trying to take care of myself. I had the dogs, doing laundry, keeping the house clean, trying to make meals, and you know what? It was too much. And I realized that now, that I was asking too much of myself. Number one job as a new mom in the first month, especially the first couple weeks, is to take care of the baby. So, and everybody says that. And it's not until you go through it yourself that you really realize it. So ask for help. Don't get crazy if the laundry starts piling up. Do what you need to do to keep your sanity, but realize that the most important thing that you can be doing is taking care of the baby. So I created a little priority list, and I just hung it up in the bathroom to keep my head on track. That number 1 was the baby, number 2 was me, and number 3 were the dogs. And of course my husband, but he can kind of take care of himself. So when I would wake up, the first thing that I would do is take care of the baby. If he needed to be changed, fed, whatever, I would take care of him. Then, once I knew that he was okay, even if he was still crying or whimpering or whatever for a little bit, I would put him down and I would take care of me. So, changing into my clothes, just getting my coffee, getting breakfast, whatever. I would make sure that I did that second. Then thirdly, I would make sure that after he was taken care of and I was taken care of, that I was also taking care of my doggies and making sure that they were let outside and giving them a kiss and a pet and a toy and whatever. So kind of putting those things in like a priority list really helped me in the second week put things into perspective. I tried to start doing normal things in week 2, like decorating for Halloween because I love Halloween. I was finding that I was kind of forcing myself to do it, and now it's a couple weeks later, and yeah, it's great that I put the decorations up, but I'm not really looking forward to taking them down, and I'm not really like enjoying them. I'm focused on taking care of him, so don't force yourself to do anything or that you feel like you should be doing or that you feel like will make you feel normal. Just give yourself a break and just try to live your life calmly. That's the best advice I can give for week 2. Thanks.